Hello everyone. In the 101 days of Splunk learning, today we are going to see about Splunk data onboarding preparedness. In this learning series, this is the main topic where we have to understand what type of files we can onboard into the Splunk. Here we have taken a mini project sample like Excel. We have created a Excel with the school's details. For example, we have taken a school as a mini project, school datas. For example, I have created here list of three schools, for example, and I have prepared their attendance and the mark list. For example, let's go into the students attendance sheet. Here in the first column, I have prepared the dates, and in the first row is the list of student's name with the attendance file, present and absence we have marked it. With this help of logs we are going to upload into the Splunk. First let us discuss if this Excel is according to the Splunk format, or how to make this file ready for the Splunk. This is the sample project, but in actual scenario we may not need to upload the log files directly into the Splunk. It is based upon the project or the requirement. It will be like the path. We will mostly we will upload the path into the project, but here we are doing everything manually in this Excel. Let us discuss this Excel with another person who is onboarding with us. Hello Shekhar, can you suggest is this Excel is in the format to upload into the Splunk?
Sure, thanks, Gayatri. First and foremost, the Excel file is a Microsoft proprietary file format. We can only onboard CSV file data.
Okay.
On the Excel file, you can click the file and then save as, and then save that file as a CSV format. CSV is nothing but comma separated values.
Okay.
Only we can upload comma separated values file to the Splunk. That is the first thing to note down. Second thing, the header line. The header line should be the first line of the file. We should not have this extra line. If we upload this file,
Okay.
Splunk will assign this as the header. Splunk will assume this has the header. So that is a very big problem.
Okay.
So let's remove this first. So here we got the headers and dates, uh, presence or absence information. Everything looks fine.
Okay.
One more thing, the first name and last name is having first name space last name, that is having a, that is what you have created.
Yes.
Inside Splunk, this may cause some small problems.
Okay.
I mean, first name underscore last name,
Mm.
first name dot last name.
Okay.
That is what the format should be, because first name space last name will, Splunk will think first name as a string, and then space, and then second name as the last name as another separate string.
Mhm.
And
So,
another thing, you are having last name as a full name for one person and simple single letter for other students. If we are having a unique format, that will help us very good. These requirements are what, as this is a sample project, this may not be a very big issue, but for real time for production projects, these things will cause lot of troubles, lot of issues.
okay.
Can we move to the other one, the mark
Just a
sheets?
minute. Another important thing. Usually in the Excel, when we are preparing in the schools, we will differentiate things with the color codings. We will mark it as in for absentees, we will mark it as red. Is this
Excel on the Excel file, you can include the color coding or anything. For Splunk got its own color coding, so for the time being, we will leave that color coding part.
Okay.
Let's move to the next one.
Okay.
The same question, the same issue here. Let's remove the first line, the header line.
Okay.
Did you notice one more trouble here on this file?
The first column, is this correct? Like a quarterly exam, half-yearly exam?
Okay, you see here, for one school, we prepared one Excel file. For one school, we created only one file for quarterly exam, half-yearly exam, as well as the annual exam. That is fine, not a problem, but when we onboard this line, this information to Splunk,
Okay.
Splunk will create these things as a single events, but
Mm-hmm.
Splunk will not know which this is quarterly or this is half-yearly or these things.
Okay.
So to avoid that confusion, you have to include, just you have to copy paste these lines, including sum or sum and average.
Okay.
That will solve that problem.
Okay.
Empty lines, empty cells are fine. That is, those things are not a big problem. We
Okay.
can we can resolve that later.
Okay.
All other remaining things are looking fine with this document. The same thing. I mean, the first name last name format.
And do we need the names in the name row in the half-yearly and the annual exam part too?
Actually, not needed. That is a good question. Thank you for asking. We can remove these lines. Why? Because it's not needed. Splunk will create each column as a each column can be queried together.
Okay.
So that will help us on the next part. On the next part, we will try to onboard this data, and then maybe we will correct this first name last name issues, and then in our next video we will try to onboard this data and
Okay. Okay. Yes, thank you, Shekhar. Thank you for letting us give the insight about the Excel onboarding into the Splunk. And that's all for the today. Let's learn Splunk together. Thank you, everyone.
thank you.